Hey friends, had the GT4 out for its first time attack at VIMC this weekend, and my best lap was a pretty fun one, so I figured I'd go through it and show you all my many mistakes and a few places where I did something right, and see what you think. But first, here's the lap. Alright, so let's go through it. I'm just going to come around the last corner here onto the straight, and of course the first thing starting a hot lap is to get a good exit out of that corner so we can go nice quick down this whole straight, and I managed to do that. Now, heading up to the first corner, I'm just going to pause it for the first time here. Right around this access road that you see over to the right there is about where I'm considering my braking marker to be, but because we're turning the whole way through here, it's not like a regular braking event at the end of a straight. You're just sort of brushing the brakes, trying to get it slowed down, and trying to have one big continuous arc. When you do it properly, the steering wheel is basically a continuous position, and then just as you naturally scrub off speed into the corner, you're tucking it in a little bit tighter, and then easing back onto the throttle for the exit. Now, this time it doesn't quite go like that. Not too bad until, yeah, so you see I just came in a little bit hot, having to make a bunch of mid-corner corrections there, and I didn't quite get on the apex. So coming up to the next zone here, braking just between the light on the right and this curbing on the left that we just got to, and then because it's going downhill, you want to ease off the brakes as you start to hit the hill there and the car gets light. And then it's a double apex corner around to the right here. So I'm not going to be on the first apex that you see up at the right. You need to be a little bit off of that to get a nice big arc and a good angle onto the second apex, at least in most cars. If you try to hit the first apex, it's going to carry you out too far on the exit, and then you're going to pinch your entrance into the second corner here. Besides that, it's just a matter of trying to keep up as much speed here as possible. Especially, it can be natural to kind of coast between the two apexes and not carry speed in the middle. So you'll see I give it a little bit of an extra burst there while trying to keep the steering angle in it. There we go. And then we're just going to brush the brakes again to get the nose to tuck in and take this second apex. And you do want to be, in most cars, again, all the way on the curb here. In the S2000, I actually can't take this curb because it unsettles the car like crazy. So, you know, your mileage may vary, but the GT4 takes it nicely. Then not going all the way out to the left side on the exit because we need to set up the next sequence ahead. And here's that. We've got this right-hander and then immediately followed by a left. So the right is really the entrance into the left, and it's all about getting set up to take that left as smoothly as possible to be as much on the throttle as you can be. Again, in the S2K, I'm flat all the way since the previous corner through this whole sequence here. The GT4 is a little bit trickier, and part of what made this my best lap is that I don't have a big lift this time. I managed to have a good line on the entrance and not to come in too hot. I'm not full throttle for any of this here, but it means I don't have to do a big lift to get around the second corner, and just managed to hang it out on the exit here. There. that cone being knocked down probably didn't hurt either. So this one's kind of fun. This is an off-camber corner, so it can be tough to keep the car under control. And I just about managed to do it here, and indeed even I think gain a little bit of time by letting it rotate. So this was pretty fun. And then this is often my favorite part of the track. Now the funny thing is you see the yellow pylon up ahead there. They've actually moved that back. It used to be right at the top of the hill at the apex of the corner, just inside the curbing. The problem was everyone, myself included, would clip it regularly because the closer you are to it, the faster, the straighter you are through here and the faster you go. So they moved it a little bit further down the hill there so that people wouldn't hit it as much. But of course, now the fastest way through there is to just cut the corner more and still be right up against the pylon. So that's what I'm going to do. There we go. And this part's pretty interesting too. I think I actually should have entered just a little bit deeper here. Again, this is more similar to the line I would normally take in the S2000. I think I have to account for having more power in this car, but just about managed to hang on to it through the corner, and then you see it gets a little bit exciting. Look at that. So I probably, that may not have been the fastest way through that corner, but I really didn't lose all that much time doing it, and it was fun. Now, I don't know if you caught that. That's not actually a shift. I'm just going to go back a little bit here so you can see that again. In the S2000, I actually have to shift up to third for this little mini straight. In the GT4, I don't. Second gear is super tall, so you can just keep it in second. But I think I was a bit distracted by that big slide I had going in here and was just on autopilot. So I do a rev match and everything, except it's not really a rev match when you keep it in the same gear. But it sounds cool. No time lost there anyway. All right. Now we do go up to third. And then this is the other place where I gained quite a bit of time compared to the reference lap before. Just all nice and clean through here, not sliding around, and keeping the speed up, and then a good exit on that last corner. And there we go, into the 117s. It says 117.8. It was actually a 117.758, I think, based on the live timing of the transponder. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.